Hey, great day. My name is Dr. TK, and I will be doing an unhauling, revealing of some items that I manifested off my vision board while I was in Aulani, Hawaii at the Disney Resort. And so I want to jump straight into it. One of the reasons why I'm choosing just to do all this at one time is because I posted a poll on Instagram. I posted a picture of like the Louis bag, and I asked people, specifically therapists, like, do you guys want to know what I manifested from my 2020 vision board? And just to give you an idea of what I do on my vision board is that I put things on my Pinterest board for things, material goods that I want, in addition to future things like homes or pictures that resemble the lifestyle that I want, the vacations that I want to take, and so forth. And so I have become over the years, because you know I got to throw a little education in here, right? Is that I over the years have become very intentional that when I purchase something for myself, that I just don't, not that I have in the past, but I want to make sure that when I am spending a good amount of money on a product or service that I see as an investment, I want to make sure that when I walk out of the store, I walk out with my head high, because I've heard time and time again where people will purchase items and then they may have buyer's remorse, and I am not going to have buyer's remorse. And so I have what's called an abundance fund, and the abundance fund is a set of money that is set aside that I save up throughout the year. And when I see the thing that's on my Pinterest board in the store, I actually will purchase it. And one of the reasons why I'm able to purchase it so quickly, be in and out of the store so quickly, is because it's on my vision board, which means that I've had time to sit with it. I've had time to think about it and really decide if I'm ready for that investment. So before I get into the Louis bag, and then I also have a Gucci bag here as well, I'm actually going to show you or unbox some things that I purchased more so for, I'm going to say, straight up work. And when I say work, what I mean by that is I work in the community. I go out to nonprofit agencies. And for example, you can see the Rolly bag, the Gucci bag. That's not something that I would take when I'm going into the community, working with people who are transitioning out of facilities, just because I can clearly say that I'm a doctor. I can say that I'm a clinical psychologist, but I don't want to wear just the brand all over my body in certain locations, right? Because I want people to really pay attention to the message. And sometimes because they haven't had an opportunity to build rapport with me, they may just look at the material goods, or at least that's what's in my head. So what I'd prefer to do, and what I haven't done in a while, is actually go buy some work shoes, because I'm primarily at home office, therapist cave, which means that like even right now I have on some cool, I think they're Steve Madden, but they're like some sandals, right? I'm in my home, even though it's cold outside, I can turn on the heater like in my house. And so I'm going to show you some items that I got from Tory Burch. Now, one item is actually upstairs, but I'll show you, I'll see if I can put a picture up of what the purse looks like, but it's really, really nice. But the first thing I want to show you is I bought 3 pair of shoes, and I got them at the outlet. So they were very, very reasonable. Okay. And they were definitely all for work, honestly. So the first one, I actually wore these the other day for the first time. I wore them to the nonprofit. These are some cool loafers. So I love it because it has the gold emblem here, like with the T. It has the gold chain here. I love the quilt feel, and it has a little heel, but I really like that it's a loafer. So I wore them, and they were very, very comfortable. I tried to drive in them, very, very comfortable. And the reason why I'm saying it as though I'm surprised is because sometimes when you get new shoes, ladies, it tends to like hurt right here. So I'm very mindful that when I wear new shoes, I may even try to break them in like at my house and like walk around a little bit, because the last thing I want to do is get in my car, drive. I always take an extra pair of shoes or like some Uggs, but the last thing I want to do is be uncomfortable. Okay. So that's one pair of shoes. All right. Next pair shoes. And I also had in my mind what I wanted to buy. So one of the things that I told my husband is that I need some black shoes. I also need some shoes that are like cute, but that can go with a variety of different things. So like those can go with some blue jeans, some black pants, a black skirt, a dress, anything. Okay. So here, woo, same type of shoe. Definitely haven't worn these yet. And same front, but this is like navy blue. Love the flowers. I don't know about y'all, but I love the flowers. And I haven't worn these yet, but I'm anticipating that the inside is exactly the same in terms of the fabric versus like the leather. So it'll support my, like the back of my foot, and it won't hurt. And so I really love these. Now, just to give you a little tip, because I can't show it right now because I don't have it, because I've worn it a few times, is the purse actually matches those shoes that I just showed you. Not these, but the other ones. So it's a little coin purse that has a gold chain. Again, put up a picture of it. Or like show you a little video of it. I'll do a video maybe later and insert it, but it is a really cute purse that you can take around, put it on your shoulder, and just, you know, like walk around, go to the store. It's a cute little bag, but it matches. So, last but not least, third pair of shoes is what I actually said I wanted. So these are all black. And I actually got these a little bit after Christmas, like probably the week after Christmas, or maybe the week before Christmas actually. So they had a super good sale. Like you got an extra percentage off and all that stuff. So got the emblem here, the quilted look, black, plain, and cute. Hello. So really love these, and these can definitely become like my everyday shoes. And the reason why I like this style, I like the loafer style, but I like this baby doll shoe style. I have some Gucci loafers, and they're red though, and I wore those all the way down, right? They still look good, but I probably need to take them to like the shoe store and get them like buffed up, but they're red, which means that I can't wear them with as much as I would like, all right? So let's get into these bigger bags. Okay. So as I mentioned, I was recently in Aulani, Hawaii at the Disney Resort. My husband and I and my son went on a tour to go to like Pearl Harbor. And then as we were on the bus tour, we had a super good tour guide. He actually took us around the city, showed us like all of the shops, the biggest mall ever. And me and my husband were taking notes, and we were like, wow, like when we get back to the car, we're just gonna drive back over here near Waikiki Beach. And so that's exactly what we did. Walked around, and we just said, you know, if we see anything that catches our eye, then we will consider getting it, but I don't anticipate that I'll see a lot of stuff, but I don't know. So I like going into like the Louis, the Gucci store. I went into Hermes. I wanted to see things that maybe I don't see at home, because that's one thing about myself when I fly and I have to, you know, I go somewhere. I don't like to travel like back on the plane with all these bags, nor am I going to put them under the plane. So I want to make sure that, one, because of my last visit in these stores, maybe they have something that is on my vision board, but I have not been able to find anywhere else. And that's how I was able, for example, to manifest another Louis bag that I did a full-blown like unhauling about in terms of manifestation. It had been on my board for over 2.5 years or something crazy, right? So let's get into the Gucci bag first. And so this one was actually purchased this recent weekend at home. And the reason why I'm bunching it in with the Disney Aulani is because I saw it at Disney. I clearly saw it in LA, so I knew that I can get it when I got home in LA. We went to one of our great, I'm gonna say breakfast spots off 3rd Avenue, right by the Beverly Center, and we hadn't been to the Beverly Center in a while. So we were like, you know what, while we're all the way out here in LA, because we live 50 miles away from there, is let's just go to the mall, walk off this food, and actually just enjoy life, right? So the mall was pretty empty, which was nice. And I decided to go into the Gucci store. And again, looking at my vision board, I saw the shoes, I saw the pair of socks that I had just looked at in Hawaii. But again, I put them not just on my vision board, but I also put them in my Louis agenda. And I have what's called a wardrobe capsule. So the wardrobe capsule, actually, I can list out the items or products that are on my wish list, do my research, and then start putting together outfits and stuff that go with it. So first things first is this little box. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up this box to see what we have. I'm excited. All right, so I love packaging. I love their new boxes, by the way. So when I found these, I found a few of them. I had to find the one that I felt like matched me the most, that would go with, I don't wear them often, but the most outfits. And that would be very simple. So it is a pair of Gucci socks. And these were on my wardrobe capsule and on my vision board in terms of like me wearing like a hoodie, a jacket over it, some tennis shoes, and like some beige or tan nude sweats, which I purchased from actually H&M a couple of months ago. So I had like the whole outfit, and then I didn't have the full like shoes and socks and accessories or whatever to go with it. So I actually found these in the men's department because the women's, the ones that they only had like sparkly stuff on it, and I wasn't really feeling the sparkles. So brown Gucci socks with the red and green stripe at the top. They would pretty much go to my calf, which I was fairly, happy about. They did have the long ones that I really wanted, but they didn't have them in the color that I wanted, but I really wanted this color. And so when I not tried them on, but when I put them against my feet, as long as they don't look like ankle socks, I'm cool, because I can like stuff the top of my sweats in there if I wanted to or something like that. So here are my socks. Definitely loving these. And they have different versions. So always ask, do they have different ones in the store? Like, of course, in the drawer, they always got stuff in the drawer, but also see if they have some in the men's department, not necessarily the women's. And then a lady and her friend were in there, and the young lady, the representative, was asking me what size. And I'm like, I don't know, they're men's. This is what size shoe I wear in men's. It's like a 7. So the young lady had told me to get, I believe, a size down, because I technically may have fit a medium, but the young lady said they run fairly big. And after you wash them, it's not like they shrink. So I ended up getting a small, which is 22 to 24 centimeters, okay? So again, abundance fund, vision board, wardrobe capsule, manifested, okay? So that's one item. Let me put those back in the box. All right, so this next item is also from Gucci. Okay, so big box. You can probably tell by the shape of the box. Shoes. So let's look at the packaging. Nice packaging. Definitely love their tissue paper and other things that come inside the box. So a whole lot of packaging. Okay, so come with dust bag shoes. This box is fairly heavy, which means that the shoes are probably heavy. So I've been having my eye on these for over a year and a half. I tried them on for whatever reason. I don't know if I tried on the wrong size. They didn't feel good. I tried on the Mickey Mouse ones to go with my Mickey Mouse Gucci backpack. They didn't work out that well, but I like these because they go with my monochrome colors. They go with my wardrobe capsule. They go with my socks. They go with my sweats. And they are some Gucci tennis shoes. So these are a size 9.5. I did try on a 9. I wear a 9 true to size, but what I notice about some of these shoes is when they run fairly narrow, it's this part of my foot, like on the side of your big toe, that really is irritable with certain shoes. So I got to make sure that I have room. So they were a little big when I tried them on. However, I had on like super thin socks because I had on boots. And so I could imagine that if I put on actual like regular cotton socks, they would fit just fine. And I'll wear them. And if they don't fit fine, I'll take them back and get another size. Like, it's not a big deal. But I definitely like that they had my size, because sometimes when I've asked to try just them on, they don't have my size, and then they will opt to ship them. But unless I can try on the exact shoe, all shoes to me, a lot of them are shaped differently. So I'd rather try on the shoe, but maybe a different color of the shoe that I actually want to purchase. So super excited with these. Definitely not going to wear these a lot because of the color, but I've been wanting them for a while because they definitely go with a lot of things. And the great part is we're working from home. So at the most, like, if we take a trip or a day trip or go out on a date, I can like wear them then. But I wanted them and your girl got them. Okay. So again, we got these at the Beverly Center in LA. And one of the tips that I would have when you're shopping at luxury stores is make sure that you're always getting the personal shoppers, the PA, their information, because we have a contact. I usually get a couple of them at every mall, but we recently have been going mostly to like South Coast Plaza because that's closer to our home than the Beverly Center. And so what the South Coast Plaza personal assistant or personal shopper does is when she found out I like Mickey Mouse, she just started texting me every single thing that they got for Mickey Mouse, every single thing that they got for like the Disney collection, and then anything new that she saw that I liked in terms of style. She would say, hey, just to let you know, we got this in. And what would be cool is, even if we didn't have a plan to go to the mall, but let's just say we're sitting here on a Sunday and we're like, we have nothing to do, then I'll just say, let's get dressed, let's go and walk around the mall. And then if I felt the urge to go in there, I would just text her and say, yo, like, we're about to be in the mall in 20 minutes. Can I get an appointment with you when I get there? She'll ask me, what is my ETA? And then, you know, it's a line these days. They keep you outside. So she comes to the front. I text her. She comes straight to the front, get me and pull me and my family right in the store. I love that VIP and luxury service. And so again, a tip, even if you're going to look, ask the person, do they have a business card? Do they have an email address? Can you stay in contact with them? Because once they get to know what you want, they can also start sending you stuff. All right. So lastly is this. I love the bag. It is so cool, right? So funny story. My husband and I went into the store with our son at the mall in Hawaii. And initially I was just walking around. The lady was like, you know, do you need help looking for anything? And I usually say no, because I'm just like, I'll look around, and if I feel the vibe, I'll ask you, do you have something on my board? So I'm really looking for, first, do you have anything that we don't have in California? And so I didn't really see anything that stood out to me, even though they had like newer or different lines of items. But, you know, I looked at the jewelry. I don't have it on, but I have my bracelets and things like that. So I was looking at more like smaller things that I more than likely can use all the time, because I am at home most of the time. So I then asked her, I said, you know what? I didn't pull out my board, but we were in the travel section and I saw something that was on my board for a minute. And I was like, yo, is this the last one that you have? And she was like, it might be, but let me check. And then she pulled out, you know, they pull out all of them and say, oh, but we got the other different patterns, but that is the last one. And I'm like, do you understand how long I've been looking for this? And she was like, huh? And I pulled out my Pinterest board and I'm like, look, like, it's been on my board for a while. And my husband was like, it's real, it's real. And so I had asked her to go, you know, let me see the other ones and I'll show you what we got. But then it got so fun that I had, because it was very useful for my husband and I. And one of the things that I love, ladies, is that I love that my husband and I can get similar items to the point where, outside of like shoes and clothes, we can swap. So if there's something that he gets that I want and we got the same thing, but maybe a different pattern, which we now on purpose get things with a different pattern, just so that if I feel like I want to use that other color, I can, and he can take mine. That is so dope. I don't know if your partner or not would, you know, agree with that, but that's one thing that we do and we cool with it. So let me bring this box to the front. Okay, so this is the box. So let's open up this beautiful box. So they definitely put a little card here, which is nice. Let me see. Let's do that. So is this the care card? Oh, did she actually write a little card in here? I've never seen this before. So I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even open up the bag. Oh, it's just blank. So I guess if you're gifting it to somebody, that's cool. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe she wrote a little note or something. So let's put that back. All right, so big box. Because we were flying and she knew that these boxes were bulky, she actually just put both of the items in here, okay? So it opens up from the front. We can open it. So as you can see, it's 2 items in here, okay? All right, so as I mentioned, it was a his and her purchase. So you can see, based off the shape, you may or may not be able to guess what it is, but they're both in their own individual dust bag. And so this one is his. It's the black damier toiletry bag. So as you can see, the black, I call it checker pattern. That's definitely not what it's called. But I love the feel of the leather. I love that it's dark. So again, if I want to use the dark one, I can. What I definitely like is how spacious it is. It has a magnetic closure right here. It has the double zipper at the end. And I like it because it flaps open versus just opening, okay? So we travel a lot. So this is definitely needed, right? So bubble paper out. He'll actually be packing tonight because he's going somewhere. And then I'm going somewhere next week, still separately. But it's fairly spacious. I love it because of the leather inside. Okay. Now, what is funny, because one of the things that he said when when we were about to purchase it, he was like, oh man, I might need one of them insert things that y'all be having for y'all purses. I'm like, oh, now all of a sudden you don't want to get it dirty, right? Not to say that he promotes myself getting dirty, but now he sees like the value, like this is an investment piece, right? So this is ours. Hello. Real gentle. Let me actually keep it out because like I said, he is going out of town in 2 days. And then I leave out of town next week for 2 days. So we'll be alternating with the kids. All right, so this one is mine. Similar dust bag, probably guessed it. Same product, but I love monogram, clearly by the stuff in the back. I like the traditional stuff. So exact same bag. Okay, have the magnetic closure here. Feels so good. Oh my God. So then let's open it gentle. Leather as well. So I don't know if you can see the leather magnetic closure. She did say though, of course, like don't try to get too much oil in here. So I definitely just want to be careful about what I put in here. Because I have different toiletry bags and then you have the leather. Both of them have an inside zipper. But it's very spacious. And what I like is that it'll stop me from packing so much in terms of toiletries, right? So that is mine. So excited. Let me know if in the comment box if you like any of these products or services. Let me know if you like this toiletry bag. Again, right now, things are very hard to find. And that, again, is why I go based off my Pinterest board. I just try not to I won't impulsively buy at all because I don't want to have to take it back. Like I really want stuff that I know I'm going to use. But what I've recognized on the website is that things are really hard to come by because of the shortage, maybe shipping, or just everybody at home, so everybody want to buy this. I bought myself something else. Now I walked in and of course I have like headbands. I think that day I had like a Gucci headband or something like that, but I'd be forgetting what kind of headband I got on because I just wear them like damn near every day. So when I walked in, they were like, oh, like in the Gucci store, they were like, oh, this is a cute headband. And I'm like, what headband I got on? You know, and it was like the Gucci like red and green one. So when I walked in Louis Vuitton, the lady saw that I was eyeing this headband. And I really wanted to see the back because one of the things that I don't like are the headbands that you have to make, like you got to tie up because they just like move off my head. They just like slide off. I prefer the ones that are tight fit or have like the scrunchie in the back like feel so that they like stick to my head. And so I was eyeing one and then I literally went back and forth with my husband like, should I get it? I don't know. Do I need it? Do I even want it? And so he saw that I was contemplating more about like, it is so nice. It is so dope. It is so different. It's not on my Pinterest board, but I actually really like it. And I've never seen it before. And when I said that, he was like, well, why don't you, is it over the budget? And I'm like, no, you know, and he was like, we found out how much it was. It was very much within the amount that I will agree not to go over. Because again, these items were already accounted for. So I said no. And I'm more concerned that if I go home and I don't see it, will I be upset? Because I'm not going to come back to Alani like anytime soon right now. Maybe at the end of this year, maybe next year, but like not in the next few months. And at the rate these things are going, that's probably the only one too. Sure enough, this was the only one. So let's open this up. Okay, so cute little box. Add to my little collection. Got the little sticker wrapped up in paper. I like it. Got the little Louis paper. Okay, and I like it because it is denim. Oh, look how cute. So it is denim, thick, double layered. I don't know if you can see. They have like the, I don't know if I have it upside down. The Louis Vuitton little emblem, like right there, silver, okay? And as I mentioned, like the scrunchy part, this is what I mean by the scrunchy part. It can stick to my head, okay? So I like it. It's super thick. It stretches. It goes over my little big head. And it's luxury, super cute, and it can go with a lot of stuff. That's what I'm going for these days, okay? So all in all, like that is my unhauling. I really hope that you've enjoyed watching what an abundance fund can do for you. So whether, even though I cater my coaching services to therapists, a lot of my videos are, especially vlogging, is I have fun with them because I really want to show people like what is possible when you think positive, what is possible when you're walking in alignment with your true vision of the person on your vision board, meaning you are in the process of becoming the best version of you. And more importantly, you're excited and you're happy to do something for you, because time and time again, especially if you serve other people, whether you are a teacher, a stay-at-home parent, a mom or a dad, in the mental health field, in the medical field, it doesn't matter. If you interact with people, you're constantly giving out your energy. And I want to challenge you today as we wrap up. And I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you did something good for yourself that you felt good about? Of course, that's also with an alignment of your spending habits and your bank account. So if you liked the idea of Abundance Fund, I'll make sure to link those videos in terms of how you can create the 10-10-10 rule. And then I'll also make sure that I continue to post these videos, because on Instagram, they really are looking forward to it. And so I hope that you have liked this video. Make sure that you subscribe if you want to stay in contact. Turn on that subscription bell to get notified when I have a new vlog or therapist podcast that comes out. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.